Let's talk about the Teenage Engineering OB-4. So I actually just woke up. It's like 7 a.m. and I wasn't going to make a video today because I've got an apartment inspection. However, Teenage Engineering released information about their latest product today, the OB-4, which is, as they call it, the magic radio. So I figured we'd just talk about it and I give you guys my initial impressions. So they say, the incredible sounding portable hi-fi stereo with line-in, wireless audio, and the evolution of radio. The OB-4 memorizes everything you play on an endless looping tape. Rewind the audio and remix anything. That's interesting. It's kind of neat. A lot of people were speculating that this product they were teasing was going to be a speaker. So they say, what's all the hocus pocus about? Definitely they're really pushing the magic theme here. OB-4 continuously memorizes everything you listen to on an endless looping tape. Rewind, time stretch, and loop at the flick of your fingertips. And we find out that endless looping tape means rolling 2-hour recording time. So that's pretty cool, you know. Listen to the radio, you can rewind back as far as 2 hours and listen to stuff that you missed. That's pretty neat. Later, they give the example of going back and like finding the name of a song you missed on the radio, although I'm pretty sure all of our phones can do that in real time now. You just kind of ask Google or Siri. They say natural sound. 4 tailor-engineered speaker elements deliver pure quality sound in a stereo field that fills the entire room. A flow-optimized bass reflex duct delivers deep natural bass. A lot of big words in there. 72 hours of listening time, so at max volume it can do 8 hours, so that averages out to about 40 hours on a single charge. Again, that's pretty decent battery life. Wireless audio, so the OB-4 hardware platform is designed to support both high-definition Bluetooth Classic and the new BLE audio standard. In the coming months we will add support for audio and MIDI over BLE. MIDI is interesting. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. That's something to keep an eye on. Wireless audio, though, later on the page they actually mention it will work wirelessly in the future with the OPZ, so that's pretty cool. They say, we've spent years fiddling with the antenna so you don't have to. And for those tricky listening places, we've included a fine-tuned spiral antenna that neatly integrates in the handle. So that's pretty cool. Motorized user interface. Use your fingers to grab, spin, and interact with the sound. Digital motion-controlled volume knob and tape reel. We believe this is the next level of user experience. I believe that it feels really good to use and is really smooth if the wheels on the OPZ are any indication. Turn your mind on with disc mode. This is where we will continuously develop new experimental features for the OB-4. For now, there are 3 functions on the disc: ambient, karma, and metronome. And then there's sound examples of each. Metronome's pretty cool, although if you've got an instrument with you, a lot of times it'll already have a metronome. Maybe I'm missing the point of all this, I'm not sure. They've got Karma mode, which is a 30-in-1 musical mantra box, your spiritual companion, okay. Ambient is zone out to a drone generated by snippets of a radio broadcast. Again, that's neat. The handle stand, of course, it's going to be functional and look pretty good too. That's the Teenage Engineering way. They always put a lot of emphasis on the form as well as the function, which is something I appreciate. Let's see here. There's a remote you can order separately, a $400 leather bag. So everything I've described and read off the website for now sounds pretty neat, right? Pretty cool. Definitely a interesting progressive product. There's nothing else like it, you know, the ability to rewind the radio. It would be really cool for like sampling purposes as well. Wireless audio for the OPZ, cool. The Karma and ambient features and all that, metronome, sounds like they're going to keep expanding. And if they provide updates the way they've provided updates for the OPZ, then that's definitely an area to keep your eyes on. However, now we get to the price. For the matte black edition, $599 US. For the gloss red edition, $649 US. Sorry, but what? This is an accessory. This isn't an instrument, I don't think, unless I'm really misinterpreting, you know, the ambient and Karma stuff. This is not an instrument. This is an instrument. This is the OPZ. This costs the same amount of money. Do you know what you get for $600 US from this guy? You get a sequencer, a drum machine, a sampler, a DMX Lite controller, a Unity Engine graphic controller, basically a portable DAW that can fit in your pocket, that can hold up to 10 separate projects, each with 16 patterns of varying measure and step length. odd time signatures, effects, constantly getting updates, a very, very fast workflow as you saw at the beginning of the video and you've seen on my channel. This guy is well worth $599 in my opinion. I actually made a video about that. However, it's gonna take a little more to sell me on a $600 radio. I don't know if I'm missing the point. If I am, maybe someone can comment down below. You know, when this thing was being teased and people were talking about it, I was seeing like anywhere from $199 to $299 being thrown around. And that seemed pretty reasonable for something that you use as a companion instrument, you know, to take with you. And I can't exactly say I've ever been listening to the radio and been like, oh, you know what, I want to go back an hour. Like, or I want to loop this. I want to time stretch this part of the radio. You know, there's devices that can do that. The Korg Chaos Pad Mini 3, I think it is. Maybe it's the Mini 2, I can't remember, but it's like you know, just over $100, and it's got a whole bunch of live real-time effects in there, and you could just plug a radio into that. It probably doesn't do everything that the OB-4 does, or do it as well, but it has a lot of features like that. You know, you can use that as an effects box. You can use that with a radio, and you can loop stuff, and you can store samples on an SD card, and you can record stuff with it. And it's a very flexible little box, and it barely costs more than $100, I think. So I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around the price point. Now I know people are going to say, well, Teenage Engineering's stuff is expensive, which is true, it is. However, you know, even at $1,200, I can definitely see why the OP-1 is worth it. There's nothing else on the market like it. It's a beautiful exploration tool. Spend 10 minutes on Jeremy's channel over at Red Means Recording, and you can easily see that the OP-1 is worth the asking price right now. Granted, I don't think it should be that high. I think that was kind of falsely inflated and then reset as the retail price, but that's a whole different issue. I still don't have one due to that high price point, but I can definitely see that even at $1,200, it's worth it. You can get that much money out of it. The OPZ at $599 is very clearly worth it to me. This thing is amazing. Teenage Engineering keeps updating it, and you know, this thing can do so much, and there's so much power in the palm of your hand. I wrote an entire album on this with pretty limited knowledge of it, actually. Now, people will buy the OB-4, don't get me wrong, it will sell. People will buy it, because to a lot of music lovers, and especially Teenage Engineering fans, you know, they'll buy everything they put out, which I totally get that. You know, there's several brands that I'm like that with. Nintendo, I'll buy just about anything they put out, so I get it. And, you know, by no means should you feel bad for buying an OB-4, like, it's really cool. And I'm sure as we get some demos, it'll be even cooler. Like, I hope someone like Loopop gets his hands on it, you know, because I'd love to see what you can do with it. I'm sure you can do some really, really interesting stuff. And who knows, maybe my opinion will change. But right now, just right off the rip, just reading what's on their website and watching that like 50-second trailer, I'm not sold on it being $600. I'm not buying it the $600 price, certainly no. Let's just really quick list a few other things you could get for $600. So of course there's the OPZ. That's an Arturia Micro Freak. That's a PO32 Tonic. That's a Korg NTS-1. That's the PO20 Arcade. And that's the PO24 Office. So if we add all this up, we've got $300 for the Micro Freak, $100 for the NTS-1, that's $400, $90 for the Tonic, that's $490, $60 for the Arcade, we're at $550, and the Office can almost always be purchased brand new for $49. That's $599. Let's get my coffee cup out of the way, it's empty anyway. This setup could be had for the same exact price as the OB-4 speaker. This is an incredibly powerful polyphonic synthesizer. This is, in my opinion, the best digital drum machine under $500. This is my favorite pocket operator with the quirkiest, coolest, most amazing sounds. This is the most complete pocket operator out of the box. Chord mode, leads, 8-bit drums. And this is an incredibly powerful effects box as well as a monophonic synthesizer with an ever-growing list of oscillator types and new modulation effects. For $599, this gets my money every time. I don't know about you guys, and again, maybe I'm missing something, but this setup is $599. Also for $599, you could get 4 Korg Volcas. You could get the Volca drum, the Volca sample, the Volca FM, and the Volca bass or lead. Again, that's an incredibly powerful setup for the same exact price as the OB-4. I don't know, maybe I just woke up grumpy, maybe I was hoping the product was gonna be something else. I don't mean to sound like cynical or jaded or anything. Maybe I am just missing the point. So if I am, let me know in a comment down below. But I'm having a real hard time wrapping my head around $599 US. And this is not a dig at Teenage Engineering. They have brought me more happiness than almost any company I can think of when it comes to music. Especially, with products like this one. So not a dig at Teenage Engineering at all. I just wanted to get my initial thoughts out there, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. We're on the climb to 1,700 subscribers. We're gonna get there soon if you guys keep it up. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.